I would say I'm definitely addicted. Definitely addicted to it. I don't think I'd quit for anything. I use it as an escape. A lot of people use different things to escape reality. Video games, TV, cars, movies, drugs even. And comic books for me would be like a drug, like an escape from reality. Comics I've been collecting since 1995, so it's been a long time. I lost track after, 1,000, so I'd say roughly 10,000 maybe. Outside of the comic books, I collect action figures. So basically, I collect anything having to do with comic books, whether they be comic book related movies or comic book related action figures, Lego even. Pretty much anything to do with comic books, I'll be there. I don't know anyone that has really gone out of their way to collect anything of the magnitude that I do collect myself. When it comes to my collection, I'm very one way about it. If I didn't trust you, you wouldn't go anywhere near my books, to tell you the truth. Like, I don't like it when they're dinged or they're bent in any fashion. Like, I will spend a very long time examining like one specific issue before I buy it, and even the care for it. Like, I have to make sure that there are 3 pieces of tape keeping the plastic shut. That way there's no extra dust going inside it or anything. I think about comic books every other minute, and I live and breathe comic books. I'm always talking about them, and I would probably eat comic books if I knew it would actually sustain me.
It sometimes maybe controls him a little bit more than he would like to, and he worries that he spends too much money on it, and that'll be a problem for us, or that he just spends too much time on it. Anytime we go to a new city or something like that, where's the comic book store? When we were traveling through Italy, he had found some action figure that he wanted and gave it up in Rome, and we saw it again in Venice, and so just like it was sort of like we were on this hunt for this action figure after we'd seen it.
People do travel from overseas to come to the big conventions here, whether it's to pick up a particular comic book or whether it's just to be a part of the whole event. I'm not so sure, but I mean, certainly thousands of miles, I would guess. Anyway, people have traveled for their hobby, for their collection. Anybody who's got a hobby is, I guess, by definition, somewhat obsessed with it. Is it the same kind of obsession that a stalker or a serial killer has for their paramour or their victim? I don't know. I don't suspect so in most cases.
I think that an obsession is anything that you feel passionate about, and anything that you're willing to go that extra step. If you're not going to go get that pair of shoes and it's going to drive you crazy, well, go get the pair of shoes so you don't go crazy, basically. I myself would very much be in that position. I would probably go crazy if I wasn't able to support my habit.
The guys that are really into collecting a lot of stuff, they'll pick up a couple of dozen books every week. And wow, I can only imagine over all these years just how many they've accumulated. I joke with these guys about it sometimes. And, they're not reading them all either. They're going to get to it when they retire maybe one day, or they're going to open a store, or their kid will open a store, or what have you.
I really think that he should own his own comic book store. I think that he would be great at that. And, like my own personal idea of, his ideal job would be having his own store to run. Although when we've talked about it, he's said it would be hard to actually sell all those books instead of keeping them for himself. But, having regular money coming in to pay the bills is a good thing too. So I think it would be hard, but I could totally do that.
When I was younger, I didn't really face every obstacle or every issue that has come across my way. Instead, I retreated into a comic book and just pretended that my issues didn't exist. I was not treating myself to the everyday enjoyments that everybody needs in their everyday lives. I grew up very much alone and I moved around a lot. Wasn't able to hang on to a lot of friends or even a lot of family. So I connect a lot to the outsiders and the outcasts of the comic book world. Back in the 90s, a lot of people would have called me a loser. But now the way society is, a lot of people are very much interested in these superheroes, in these fantasy characters, that I'm considered one of the popular ones and one of the cool kids. And nobody's ever looked down on me. So I've always gotten a positive reaction from the whole thing.
It's a little bit of an obsession, but I don't think it's an unhealthy obsession. There are things that he could be spending that much time and energy on that would be detrimental to his person, but I think this just really, enhances his life. I love it. I think it's really cool. It's exciting and it's fun, and I don't have any negative feelings about it. It's all good. The money that he spends on it doesn't affect us in any negative way, and it's not like, all you think about is comic books and you don't pay attention to me. Like, it's not like that at all. He totally shares everything with me. So
I mean, you can certainly go through a big convention and find a few people there you're wondering, what's wrong with that person? Why are they doing that? But by and large, I think it's just good fun for people, and I think it's healthy. I think looking down your nose at people that are doing that and saying there's something wrong with them is a lot less healthy, personally.
I keep my life balanced. Like I said, I pay my rent, I feed myself properly, I'm married, I have a wife, we do our everyday things, we go to work, we go out with people, we have a good time, we're in the public, we're in the private, and I'm still able to keep that balance for myself.
La 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 la. All right. No 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 no. La 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 Oh shit.
Sound guy.
I think I deleted it.
Sound guy?